some brief updates, and then we'll have executive session. One thing I wanted to share was this news release from the police department that on May 2nd of '23, Police Chief Kiernan and PO, the police officer Keith Phillips, were in Albany attending MAD's recognition of Excellence Award ceremony. That's a Mothers Against, is it distracted driving? Or?
Destructive decisions.
Destructive decisions. It used to be drunk driving, right?
Mhm.
Destructive decisions.
It's catchy.
P.O. Phillips was recognized for his work as a DRE, a drug recognition expert. Sergeant Nichols Bagdagliaca was also honored for his diligence in keeping Southampton Town safe through his driving while intoxicated enforcement. Chief Kiernan was presented with an award for the Southampton Town Police Department, which was named Department of the Year for the continued efforts and enforcement to protect the community from drunk and drugged driving. So we just congratulate Police Officer Phillips, Sergeant Bagdagliaca, and Chief Kiernan, and all the members of the town, Southampton Town Police Department for that recognition. All right. Other than that, it's been a lot going on. There's been a lot of meetings and things like that. So I did attend with several of you last week. We didn't have the work session because there was a express session. Southampton Press had a luncheon in Hampton Bays, and they asked Rick and I to be on the panel. And that was really a very interesting forum where one of the larger property owners in Hampton Bays downtown presented some of his thinking for downtown, and had a lot of discussions, and there were renderings shown and things like that of what this particular individual had in mind or has in mind. And I have to say, based on the audience support, it was pretty receptive to, just like our survey showed, most people seem to want us to do revitalization in downtown Hampton Bays. The response to the conceptual drawings was overwhelmingly favorable, and a lot of people coming up to me afterwards saying, what steps is the town making to put zoning in place that will allow for development in line with the vision, the community's vision for the area. So I will be asking Janice to come and do a work session to sort of update us on how to best approach this. Since we did not appeal on the lawsuit, the only zoning that's in place downtown is the old zoning, that 1970s zoning that sort of promotes more of a strip mall development. We have historical concepts who are analyzing current zoning and what you can do under current zoning and what the likely outcome would be, and then we can contrast that to any recommendations for changes in zone. That's really all I have to report at the moment. Anybody else have any announcements they want to make?
Just quickly, I just wanted to thank Lynn Arthur and Deputy Supervisor Sapone, and we've been doing the outreach for the CCA, so we'll be coming back to the board sometime in June. I think this will be a month of outreach to different communities. It's been very, very successful. It's been an unqualified success. People are excited about the ideas. We still have a month to go, and then we'll come back to the board probably at the first part of June.
Okay.
We had our EMS advisory meeting, and that's where our ambulance service, our different corps meet with Southampton Hospital, representatives from Southampton Hospital, Conopy Medical, Southampton Town, and we discuss various topics, one of them being membership. So I just want to urge people to please consider joining our local ambulance corps. They are volunteer, and our local fire departments as well. They are all volunteer. And so we absolutely need your help. Also, and everyone knows this, also school budget votes are this month on May 16th, third Tuesday of May.
So real quick, a couple things. We did have the Great East End cleanup. We had over 700 volunteers with tons and tons of garbage that were picked up from our beaches, our main streets, and our parks. It was a great turnout. I just want to give a shout out to a couple groups. The American Legion in downtown Hampton Bays did a great job on the railroad tracks by the railroad station, the Hampton Bays beautification, and our very own Youth Bureau did a wonderful job down by the canal. They always pitch in every year. It was a great thing to see. They had quite a few volunteers. Also, this Saturday, May 6th, Tommy John and I have been giving away free seedlings for the last couple of years. So it's May 6th, this Saturday, 10 to 12, at Good Ground Park in Hampton Bays and in Nathaniel Rogers' house in Bridgehampton. And don't forget, you can also get free mulch and any kind of compost you want this weekend
At the transfer station.
at the transfer station, not town hall. That's a different kind of compost.
Cindy, anything you want to say?
No, I'm good, thank you.
Maybe two other just quick things that I was at that are worthy of sharing. So since the last time we did updates, we did have another kid make Eagle Scout. It was really nice. I was over in Sag Harbor for that at the firehouse. Robert Stewart. I think was
Robert
his-
Stewart.
Really nice kid. And his Eagle Scout project was build benches at the food pantry in Sag Harbor, so people
Nice.
who are waiting to get supplies don't have to stand up while they wait, which was really nice. I also had the pleasure of attending the East End Special Players performance. They do this once a year. They haven't done it for a few years because of the pandemic. If you haven't been, I highly recommend that you go see. It's really incredible work that they do. They're working with adults, primarily with Down syndrome, other severe cognitive conditions, and they put on a theatrical performance. And Jackie Leader, I believe, is the woman who directs it, and it's funny. It's entertaining. It was at Bay Street Theater. It was sold out, and you leave there going, feeling really just thankful for all the people who take the time to work with these individuals, but also you really are touched by the individual performances and the beautiful souls who they love that moment on the stage entertaining us, and it's worth going. If you haven't been to one of their performances, I highly recommend that you try to make it in the future because they're great. It's a great organization, East End Special Players. Okay, anything else to share? Okay, we do have executive session items. So we have land acquisitions, we have contracts, and we have litigation. So I will make a motion to end our regular work session, but go into executive session on those items.
Second.
Seconded by Councilman Bouvier, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.